and that one thing made him delete his Twitter, change his tag to Justy. That's why that happened. But yeah, BDB. The thing with BDB is that like the people aren't just upset about his tag because it's inappropriate. The main reason they're upset about it is because it's an inappropriate tag and he's good.
I'm sorry.
And he's good.
Do you remember? I think it was Big House 5 when there was a Toon Link player by the name of Dix.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
Well, the entire crowd started cheering for him, and the look that came over D1 and TK's face when the crowd just kept cheering, "We love you know what?" It was one of the most hilarious things I've ever seen. Kind of like the fact that he just died so early off of that back air, and Vivid not taking any damage so far.
Yeah, it's actually already looking really, really good for Justy right now. Only about 28% on him, not even an ounce of rage. When you don't have any rage on your first stock by the time you take your opponents first, that's how you know you're winning a game.
And BDB starting to get something cooking here, though. Goes for the down air attempt rather than the up air, but the bats within going to keep him safe. Just opt in to fall on the stage, go for a get-up attack. David just, swinging for the fences, going for the down air.
Yo, he tried to end that game in like just a little over a minute. Just a tad.
Last thing you want to do is go into a long war against Rosalina, because Rosalina is going to jank you out eventually with one of those early kills. But Vivid abusing this properly, not going to let BDB really get anything started, just keeping him trapped constantly at the ledge.
You're just keeping him trapped constantly off stage, not even at the ledge half the time. That is one of the things with Rosa, is that back air does take the stock, and taunting is Justy. Is that Rosalina? No invincibility on her uppie, no hitbox on her uppie, just a linear, very far recovery uppie against a character like Bayonetta, who has the best offstage presence in the game.
You have to constantly attack people who have recoveries like that. If you let people recover for free when they don't have the ability to have a hitbox on there, force them to prove to you that they can tech and make them feel so oppressed off stage that maybe they opt to recover high and bait them out properly. Now, did he actually just completely change his name to Justy? Or is he just like, is this just
well,
like
not his legal name, no.
Well, his tag. Is it no longer Vivid period? Or?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll attempt to call him Justy.
Okay. Yeah, I understand it's hard. I mean, we got a guy named, that on stream. We can't even call him that.
That's true. Yeah, this is
it's like for both of us, we have a hard time.
This is the match of both people who decided to change their names.
They definitely did this to screw over whatever commentators had to cast this match. Definitely. That's why this is on stream. But speaking of getting screwed over, almost frame trapping BDB is Justy. Just getting him. Oh, no, other way around. Almost frame trapping Justy is BDB with these up airs. Already looking a lot better than he did that first game. I mean, he has Justy at almost 100% on his first stock.
BDB really kind of just stopped and paused after the match, thought about what was going on. And that's a quality trait of really good players, is that they stop and think, okay, what happened? Why am I losing? What was going on that was so strong? And as you see, he's just playing the wall. That's how you want to play as a Rosalina. Build that wall and make sure people can't get in on you. However, almost getting killed off the top. Justy not caring about this defense.
But speaking of not caring, let's do a down air, just a raw down air to try and land against a character with the counter that immobilizes you.
Exactly. Occasionally,
BDB really showing he has the biggest D. Oh my God! Or at least the biggest B, I should say. I mean, that was a really ballsy option. You got to admit that.
Exactly. Occasionally, when you play that super defensive, like what he's been doing throughout the set, when you let one of those strong options rip, where you play that aggressive approach in a situation where it seems like you're in disadvantage, it throws off a lot of players. They aren't prepared for that.
Yeah, it really, really does. And BDB really showing that with this full stock lead against Justy right here. Justy, I've noticed he's doing a really good job at killing the Luma. He's getting a lot of raw down airs on the Luma, and I don't know if you noticed the first time he killed it. He actually he killed it like by its health, but he launched it off the blast zone.
Yeah, he's been keeping Chico out of the picture, not really letting it really get anything started. And that against Bayonetta, you're the one that wants to kill off the top early. You're the one who wants to establish the stupidity in what you can do in terms of option coverage. But then you got Luma in your face, who could possibly kill you off the top for overcommitting. So he's doing a great job of keeping it away. But BDB has just been doing so good so far in his game 2 of living for so long.
He really has. He's still not dead against Bay. Now, commentator's curse. You're going to get that back air right into the mix there.
We tried to curse it like 17 times, and he finally decided to contribute to the cause.
We haven't gotten many today.
True. We've been pretty good with that.
Yeah,
Players have been trying to behave for us.
Well, of that down tilt. I thought he was going to confirm that into something with the Luma. You saw what the Luma was in position.
I definitely thought that he was going to go for a down smash there as well.
In relation to the hit stun of that down tilt right there, but that's not going to do it. And now Justy has to be really, really careful. He's got to kill the Luma right now, lest he get hit by that exploding bellow of doom at 135%, and he does it right there. Yep. And now BDB is stuck without his.
Oh, he gets the anti-air dodge on the up B, but he was able to get out of there. BDB
that's
almost
going to do it.
Die.
The up smash.
Swinging a little bit too early on the down air, and he's going to take the stock. BDB almost died there. He like that was such an excellent call coming in from Justy to catch him on the top. And shout outs to Drizzen at UG for bringing us some water in the midst of this. The real homies.
My voice hurts. I don't know if you can tell.
No, same here. And, you know, El Chapo's going to take over for us. But we're going to be moving into game 3 here. BDB putting his headset back in. We're actually going to end up on Battlefield. I think Justy was purposely trying to allow the counter pick to get to Battlefield so BDB can feel comfortable. Okay, cool. I get the free pick to Battlefield, right? And then he swapped to Cloud.
That's interesting. You know, because you feel like despite the high vertical ceiling of Battlefield, Bayonetta can reset and extend her combos on the platform. But then he elected to go with the Cloud instead of the Bayonetta, which is really, really an interesting choice by Justy right here. I mean, this is a relatively good stage for both these guys. Going to force him to burn his limit. Not going to be a stock right there.
Just
trying to get him with the Rosa hit of the down air specifically to make sure he gets that dinky little Zelda down air spike.
Yeah, just long enough on his defense there as well to make sure before he pulled the climb hazard to get back so he wouldn't get hit by that. And as you're seeing, he's being a lot more aggressive here because BDB did such a great job of being defensive, but he's just going to free fall. I don't know what happened there, but that's not the way you like to see things go. Yeah. And now Justy can turn it up because of the fact that he just managed to give him a free stock.
Yeah, BDB actually shaking his head right there, just putting his hand in his face, knowing that that was definitely a misinput.
Yeah, right now, BDB has to turn it up a notch. He needs to get rid of his kill, and that's a great way to do it. Just throwing out the F smash at the ledge, and now we're here at a last stock situation once again for the winners qualifier side, trying to get into top 48 winner's side. Currently, Justy just cannot touch the ground.
Oh, man, he can't. This is exactly where Rosalina wants a character like Cloud to be. It's right above him, and you don't want to be above her lest your Luma be destroyed like Justy just did right there. Now you're going to see BDB playing just a little bit more passive, a little bit more defensive, but it's going to be so hard to get back down when you don't have your Luma. And all the while, the limit is just charging. He's going to try and get that cross slash or a finishing touch or something now because Cloud is rewarded with 4 final smashes just for playing the game, and that one is going to be able to kill the Luma yet again, and we are going to reset the situation.
As we were talking about before, last place you want to be, pretty much anybody against Rosalina is directly above her while you're on Battlefield. But answering properly was Justy, bringing this all the way back to 102%. Now BDB trying to find his way on the stage, manages to get himself over to center stage, and he's just trying to keep Justy above him so he can possibly snipe him out with one of these out smashes. But the dash attack could have put him back off stage. Let's see what he does about his recovery.
Ooh, he's able to get the shield out.
And luckily he was able to retreat to the platform. Does not get the hit up there.
Oh my god, the aerial drift from BDB, just narrowly avoiding that up air. Oh my goodness, he's gonna go off stage with it.
And Luma's gonna come back.
Luma's still there.
Luma's not gonna get hit. Dash attack's gonna take it though, and Justy's gonna take it over BDB, both in a casual handshake. I think it didn't matter who we won. Nobody was going to pop off because that was so draining. And what a great job coming in from Justy there after being behind and BDB really putting the hammer down on him.